Alright, so here we go. So this is the Sim Matrix on either Matrix Remote Play, the homebrew, pretty much their own remote play, and this is PRC's remote play. I did 3 tests on each solution or remote play solutions. That way I can see if if my tests are accurate, you know. Of course, it's not going to be accurate. It's 120 frames per second that I'm using. For those you guys that don't know, there's an 8 millisecond difference on each frame. That's why I wanted to do more tests. That way I can actually see if the tests are at least close to accurate, if that makes sense. So let's start it. Let's check it out. Um, Before I continue, if this doesn't make sense, this is PRC test 1, PRC test 2, PRC test 3, the matrix test 1, matrix test 2, matrix test 3. Pretty much 3 tests for each solutions here. So here we go. Okay, of course you won't be able to tell what's ahead. That's why we aligned all the blue lights to see which one is actually ahead of the other one. I'm gonna go to where the blue light starts here and right there. I'm gonna go back a little bit, make sure I'm on there. Okay, go back a little bit, and then go forward a little bit till I see the blue light. There you go. So you can see there's all those little blue lights right there where I aligned all of them. Go back, nothing. Go forward, blue lights. So this is all aligned. Okay, so let's keep going forward. Okay, this is kind of hard to tell, but there's a little bullet right here. I'm gonna go back 1 frame. No bullet. Go forward 1 frame. Bullet. No bullet. No bullet. No bullet. No bullet. No bullet. Okay. So this looks like a head. Let's go forward. Now as you can see, it's a head right here. But you can see there's a bullet right here. Now it's just starting right here. Bullet. Bullet right here. Bullet right here. No bullet here. And then what's funny is there's no bullet here either. So let's keep going forward, and now I'll explain it in a little bit what I think is happening. Let's go forward. So let's see. All these are already shooting with the fire powders right there. This one is just pretty much starting to shoot right here. The bullet here. Also this one is just starting to shoot with the bullet here. If we go 1 more frame, everyone's shooting. I mean, everyone's already shot their powder pretty much right here. Keep going forward, forward. So what's going on over here? Um, well, the only explanation is either sometimes it's just really ahead, the solutions. There are times the input lag is slower, but either way, they have no delays because, as we all know, PSRC had no delay. It even surpasses USB. And for the matrix to replicate that performance, let me go back to where it starts right here. To replicate that performance, it's pretty, it's pretty good. I would say the matrix remote play is pretty good. I know PRC remote play here starts a little ahead, But as you can see right here, he hasn't even shot here yet. So there's variances on the input lags. That's what I think. It's also a possibility because my tests are 120 frames per second, so maybe it's not catching that accurately. But as you can see, all these are pretty much like neck to neck. There is no, I believe there is no delays on both of these remote plays. So honestly, the only reason why you would want to use PSRC with the Matrix, the only possible thing that I can think of is the AFR. Um, the AFR settings actually makes the frame rate not frame rate, but it superficially makes your frame rate smoother. It's kind of hard to explain, but you'll have to see it for yourself if you want to try it out. Um, I have mine set at AFR2. Um, I feel like it makes my gameplay smoother, and I still prefer using PSRC with Matrix because of that uh, reason. But using Matrix Remote Play, you're not getting any delay at all. They did a pretty good job with the Remote Play, and I was surprised because um, we were looking at the specs of the Matrix, and it's got a CPU of 180 um, megahertz. And I thought that would be slow, and because when we're using PSRC, we use pies, and it's got like a like 2 gigahertz. Even got a super fast Ethernet speed. Um, so for them to actually, make this efficient, running with on the remote play is pretty impressive. So, well, my conclusion is really there is variances on input lags. That's what I think. Could also, like I said, be my 120 frames per second camera. It's not accurate. I'm not claiming it accurate. These are rough tests, but I can clearly see that even though this one of my tests from PSRC is a little ahead, um, I believe that's just a variance of the input lags, and or just 120 frames per second. There's an 8 millisecond difference. I believe they're all neck to neck, and I believe there's no difference. And thanks for watching. That concludes the test.